Somewhere along the line, we were expected to just figure all of this stuff out ourselves. I have seen women be told that they're lying about the severity of their symptoms. I've seen women be told to just get on with it. And I've personally experienced how broken the system is in supporting women to navigate some of the most traumatic chapters of their lives. And that is why I have created this podcast. From hormones to perimenopause, fat loss, pregnancy, motherhood, sex, relationships. Every week, we are going to talk about all of it. I have worked with thousands of women, helping them navigate fat loss, hormonal changes, pre and postnatal body changes, perimenopause, strength, confidence, and more. I've seen them stop thinking that they need to constantly shrink themselves to become the strongest version of themselves. So if you've ever wondered, why has nobody told me this before? Then you are in the right place. We Missed the Memo is about bringing you the information that you should have had years ago. Hello and welcome to the We Missed the Memo podcast, my brand new project. I can't believe I've got my own podcast. Before we continue, I would like to quickly talk to you about my Lean With Leanne fitness and health app. I created the Lean With Leanne app to help support women with their training and nutrition throughout every single chapter of their life. The app provides structured training plans for the gym or at home for women, including programs for hormonal balance, pre and postnatal training, building confidence on the gym floor, and sustainable weight loss. Programs that work with female bodies, not against them. You get a fully personalised training and nutrition plan, as well as recipe ideas and a library of 20 to 30 minute on-demand fitness classes that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Some of your favourite workouts, such as Zumba, core conditioning, and more, making exercise not only accessible to everyone, but also enjoyable. So whether you're looking to finally lose weight while still enjoying a flexible, comfortable life, whether you want to build your confidence, rebuild your strength after having a baby, or simply feel confident in your own skin, then the Lean With Leanne app will provide you with everything in one place. And I am giving all podcast listeners an exclusive free trial to the Lean With Leanne app. So if you're interested, head to the link in the show notes to get your free trial now. This is going to be the ultimate podcast for women navigating their health, life, relationships, children, careers, and everything in between. This is a safe space where we bring you honest conversations, expert advice, and all of the information that women should have been given years ago, all with no appointment required. Somewhere along the line, we were expected to just figure all of this stuff out ourselves. From hormones to perimenopause, fat loss, pregnancy, motherhood, sex, relationships, body confidence, mental health, and how to advocate for ourselves in a system that just doesn't want to listen. So if you've ever wondered, why has nobody told me this before? Then you are in the right place. So let me introduce myself. I'm Leanne, a women's health coach and personal trainer with over 14 years experience. I have been coaching women through my business, Lean With Leanne. Over the past 14 years, I've built my business as a women's health coach at Winners 2000 Gym. And I just want to talk a little bit about the gym environment at Winners. A lot of people in the fitness industry bounce from gym to gym, or they go from online to in-person, and they struggle to find an environment that helps support build their business. However, for the last 14 years, I have stayed at Winners 2000 because the community there is like no other. And I've had the privilege of not only meeting so many amazing members, but also working with some of the best coaches in the industry. People that genuinely care not only about the members, but also the local community. Winners has 3 clubs. We have a gym at Paignton, Newton Abbot, and Torquay. And all 3 clubs offer a warm and friendly, welcoming environment. And I just want to talk about my personal experience with that, because I do think that in the past, Winners has had a bit of a reputation for being a very intimidating gym environment. And I am someone who's also struggled being intimidated in the gym, believe it or not. And when I first started at Winners, I was also scared because it was a big open space with so much equipment, and I felt very overwhelmed in the environment. However, The people there, the people that work there, the members, they are all so welcoming, so helpful, and all really, really lovely. As a women's health coach, I've worked with so many clients who, like myself, have been completely intimidated of the gym and really anxious just to step foot into the gym environment. However, all of my clients that have started with me at Winners 2000 have joined and have stayed 14 years later. Because once you come and experience the community and the welcoming staff and members, you will love it there. Winners has helped me grow a very successful business. It has allowed me to provide a safe training space for lots of different demographics of women, including mothers and babies, women struggling with body confidence, women who feel intimidated of the gym environment, women struggling with their hormones, and women who are just looking to be the strongest, fittest versions of themselves. So, a little shout out to Winners 2000 Gym. And if you are local in the area and you've ever felt nervous about coming and seeing the gym or joining, then please come and see us, because I can promise you that we would make you feel right at home. I have worked with thousands of women in person and online, helping them navigate fat loss, hormonal changes, pre- and postnatal body changes, perimenopause, strength, confidence, and more, as well as navigating my own personal struggles, not only with yo-yo dieting, but having an eating disorder for many years, having poor relationships with food and my body, struggling with hormonal issues that have led to multiple miscarriages and fertility problems. And I've recently just had a late diagnosis of ADHD. And I also have the pleasure of being a self-employed female business owner in a male-dominated industry. So I have plenty of experience with many of the struggles that women go through throughout their lives. What I've seen and personally experienced over the years is that women don't lack discipline, they simply lack correct knowledge, education, and support. I have seen women be told that they're lying about the severity of their symptoms. I've had friends be told they're too young to even have symptoms. I've seen clients be told that they aren't doing enough in the gym or they're eating too many calories. I've been told myself that having a miscarriage is just one of those horrible things. I've seen women be told to just get on with it. I have seen women be bombarded with false information on social media, sold plans and products based on zero qualified information, and I've personally experienced how broken the system is in supporting women to navigate some of the most traumatic chapters of their lives. And that is why I have created this podcast, because the We Missed The Memo podcast is here to change that for every woman. With the right support, education, qualified advice, and resources, I've also seen women get physically and mentally stronger. I've seen them have the confidence to advocate for themselves, ask better questions in appointments, leading to better solutions. I've seen them stop thinking that they need to constantly shrink themselves and be the smallest version of themselves, change their mindset to become the strongest version of themselves. And I've seen them reconnect with other women and reclaim their bodies. There has never been a more important time for me to launch this podcast, because right now the world kind of feels like a scary place for girls and women. There continues to be a huge gap in women's health services, and I just want to read you some statistics that are just the start of the problem. For example, in the UK, only 2% of medical research funding goes towards pregnancy, childbirth, and female reproductive health. That's not 2% per issue, that's 2% for the whole diverse range of problems that women experience. Yet women spend 25% more of their lives in poorer health than men. Right now in the UK alone, over 580,000 women are waiting on gynecology waiting lists for vital treatment for diseases that cause them chronic pain and illness. 1.5 million women will experience domestic abuse every year in the UK. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Women make up 51% of the population, but are 60% of the poor. 83% of single parents, doing 66% of the work while producing 50% of the food, yet they earn just 11% of the pay, all while giving birth to 100% of the population. So now you know why I am on a mission to make sure the next generation of women don't miss the memo. Every week, we are going to talk about all of it. the whole picture. From fat loss to fertility, perimenopause to PCOS, pregnancy to pelvic floor, sex to stress, and men to mental health. We will discuss all of the answers to the questions that we've all been too ashamed to ask before. Every week, I will be inviting a female expert onto the pod to talk about every aspect of being a woman in every chapter of their lives. Expert conversations, real life stories, evidence-based education, and qualified advice, giving you all of the tools and resources you need to improve every aspect of your life. In the coming episodes, you'll hear from hormone specialists, pelvic floor physios, therapists, professional female athletes, nutrition experts, aesthetic practitioners, real women sharing real lived experiences, and more. We'll break things down, answer all of your questions, and create a safe space where women feel seen, heard, and supported. So if you're a woman who wants to be seen, and if this has made you think, finally, somebody is discussing this out loud, then this is exactly where you are meant to be. We Missed the Memo is about bringing you the information that you should have had years ago, stuff that should be being taught to girls in school right now. And if you'd like to go even deeper into these conversations, you can join the We Missed the Memo Patreon community now, where we'll be sharing bonus episodes, extended expert conversations, a deeper dive into topics that require a little more privacy. Please make sure you follow and subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and Apple. And if you'd prefer to watch the conversations live from the studio, you can also subscribe to our YouTube, We Missed the Memo Pod. Your support genuinely helps this podcast reach more women who really need to hear these conversations. We'd also love to hear from you, so please make sure to follow and contact us on our social media, We Missed the Memo Pod. You can also email us your questions at wemissedthememopod@hotmail.com, and we really want to know, what memo did you miss?